Hey, beautiful people. Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. Welcome to another Living Well is a Lifestyle vlog. I am so glad to be here with you. Hopefully, you'll catch this video tonight, tomorrow, or whenever. Thank you to all of my replay viewers. Thank you to those of you who stop in, catch it live, and keep moving, or stop back by and engage, right? So I just wanted to drop in real quick. I am not doing long videos and for good reason because I want to keep my videos short and also want to just let you guys know what's happening in the garden. You guys, it is just so much work. Like it is so in gardening is so intensive, right? And you have to be extremely intentional about your days, how much you get done, what needs to be done. And so I don't do a lot of here's how I do it videos. And that's primarily because I can't hold the camera and do the work at the same time. So what I typically do is do assessments and let you know what I'm going to be doing. Come back and give you some sort of idea of the process, at least because what I am doing in this season is being extremely intentional about foundation. Now, what have I learned in the process of my foundation? Grab yourself a nice cold drink. I'm drinking hibiscus, clove, and passion fruit tea today. I made me up a little sun tea and the clove, y'all, is absolutely delicious. Did you also know that clove is a detoxifier? It is. Did you also know that hibiscus gives you good nitric oxide? Did you know that? So I am a grower of sorrel hibiscus. And I do so because my body needs lots of it at my age. My body doesn't produce nitric oxide like it used to because I'm older. So because I'm older, I know that I have to plant what I need so I don't have to buy it. So I am a grower of sorrel hibiscus, hibiscus sorrel, whatever way y'all want to call that. Look at that. But here's what I noticed in my assessment because I have an extremely strong foundational garden. I have about 20 blackberries, 14 figs, grapes out the Kawuda growing. I have apples and peaches and plums and raspberries and just everything, right? And I love that for me. And that is what I want. I was very intentional. I have peaches. I mean, I just was extremely intentional about, hey, I want my garden to keep coming back. And so I have done a great job of that. I literally come out here and eat breakfast in the morning. I go to the berries. I go grab berries and blackberries. That's my antioxidant for the morning. So I grab a okra. Bless your heart. You don't even know how much this stuff just eat. You just eat. Grab a tomato, grab a cucumber. Those are the things that eating what grows in your garden is extremely important. If you're going to grow it, please eat it. Harvest it and eat it. And so, what did I learn though? I just pulled up a bed of dark leafy green vegetables that just wasn't doing well. So I am about to plant some eggplant. I said I wasn't going to do eggplant this year, but eggplant is a warm weather crop. It is a crop that will, I don't care if it's blazing hot outside, 95, 100 degrees. It is a warm weather crop. Yes, thank you. I do too. And so behind me is my cucumber vine, and sometimes the cucumber beetle gets at it. But I got some other cucumbers in other areas. Do you know what it's like to go into your refrigerator and grab a bag of chopped cucumbers that you cut the day before that you forgot were in there, but oh, what a refreshing snack that is, right? So, but yeah, so I am loving that about the garden. I am also learning that there is not enough of some things. While I have an abundance of fruits and berries and peppers, and I'm telling you, I have an abundance of fruit, blueberries, I don't have enough greens. And so this is not the time of year that green leafy vegetables grow well because they bolt. But what can I grow that replaces a dark green leafy vegetable other than a cabbage or a collard or a kale? Now, kale loves the heat, so I'm probably add going to go ahead and start some seeds for kale because either way, starting the seeds for the kale, the collards, and the all those things, you can still start them. It will eventually cool down. It's June, so I say June, July, August, be planting some roundabout. August is gonna temperatures are gonna start to drop a little bit at the end. Thank you so much. So you want to go ahead and at least go ahead and start the seeds for them. So I have one bed that is empty over there, and need to get something in it. I also looked at my beans, and even though I had a lot of bean plants, I didn't get a lot of beans. I already stripped them. I don't know if I'm going to get another round or not, but what I do have a lot of is basil. I have a lot of basil because I surrounded my entire garden by basil. I think I'm also going to also plant some more okra, another hot weather vegetable. Just loves to grow in the heat. So I'm probably going to plant some more of that because I just plant, 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 get all the food you can. Do you have fruit growing? I absolutely do. I have blackberries, raspberry, um, blueberries, figs, and a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them. Peaches, my plums have not come in yet. This the first year for them. Apples are first year, pears are first year. But my raspberries, my blueberries, my blackberries, figs, all of those are in abundance because I planted a lot of them, and I'm gonna plant some more. I have another border on the other side of this gate. So I have only planted in about half of my yard. So I'll give you a 360 panorama. So that's my garden. This is my garden. This is my yes, I have a lot going on here. And I also grow in bags, I grow in beds, I grow in pots, I grow in above the ground, under the ground, on the fence, vertical, whatever way I can grow. In the back, in the front, on the side, up the wall, up the fence, wherever. So, and I grow very densely. I grow very, very densely. The goal was, and I think this is a conversation we should have with ourselves. If you do have the space and you are looking to mass produce, not just for not just not for others, but for your family, because we have to think about how our families are going to survive in the days to come. And so you have to think densely, planting a tree, a shrub, and a vine. That is what I think when I plant a tree, I'm planting a shrub, and I'm planting a vine. So when you use that method, you create the density in your garden that next year, I mean, a lot of this stuff is gonna in the fall is gonna die back. but just as soon as the spring come, it's all gonna turn green again. So it's like I don't have to do it over and over and over again. What I do have to then think about is, okay, what is the seasonal vegetable that I am going to plant? So a summertime is always going to be my tomatoes, cucumbers, my lemongrass, my herbs, all the things, some more trees. I'm a plant some moringa. So I have a lot of hibiscus. I need to plant some moringa. I have a ton of mint. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to plant some more mint. These are mint I'm planting all around the garden, are these garden bowls. I don't plant mint in the ground. I plant it in troughs like this because mint takes over. But what I did learn was I think the mint would actually be a good ground cover underneath your fruit trees. And the reason why is because if you don't put like strong ground covers underneath those vegetables, you will get rodents hanging out, right? I mean, I don't want possums. I don't want them in my yard. I don't. And but when you grow this densely, you're sure to have a thing or two, if it's not a mole, a vole, or something trying to dig up, uproot, all the things. So what I am also going to be doing is I will be making sure that I make sure I have a high canopy, even for my shrubs. Oh, matter of fact, I need to water that pomegranates. I do have pomegranates this year. So I have two of them, but they dry out really, really quickly. So I'm going to be working on them. But so the goal for me is to over the next few days is to clip back the leaves that are at the bottom, clip back the bottoms of my blackberries because I rather them be tall and producing berries than to be dragging on the ground, right? I love pomegranate too, and it is so good for you, right? So I have two of those. Their first year, so I don't know when they will fruit. I had flowers already this year, but they're gone. So I'm guessing the birds just went for the flowers for that particular fruit, but they will fruit more over as we get closer to the fall as well, because they will fruit again. So those are some of the things that you really I do have kiwi. I have kiwi berry, kiwi. I also have mulberry. So and I have dwarf peaches and regular Georgia peach, and they gonna be good. They're gonna be so good, the Georgia peach. They did come in, and they are first year. They were loaded. The dwarfs and the Georgia peach was loaded. So and the grapes. Oh my goodness, so many grapes. Keeping my finger crossed about a certain pest that usually be here by now. Oh, my banana blooms. My banana tree actually bloomed this year, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna get bananas or not, but I got a flower. I have a flower, and so I'm super excited about that. And I do have lots of grapes, which probably won't be ready till about August. But it is exciting to be able to come out and just do a quick harvest for that day. Like what fruits am I going to eat that day? Y'all, I have also have these tomatoes that I've never had before called Super 100. Yes, they actually have seeds in them. They're not seedless. I don't plant varieties like that. If it don't have a seed, I'm not bothering with it because God said he gives us every seed bearing thing to eat as meat. And so I want the seeds. I did plant some watermelons, very, very heat hardy. here in the zone 8A. I also planted some melons. Again, there is plenty, 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 plenty of fruit. Can't wait till I planted sugar babies, and I also planted the one. I had a volunteer, and that volunteer is a big one because I grow really, really, really big watermelons. So I moved the patch. I covered up where the patch was before because it was sprawled all over the place. I made room in the back garden so that because they get so big. The vines of your melons take over. So I needed to give them space to grow. So yeah, but yeah, my grapes are definitely not seedless. But I have this year, I have Concord. I also have muscadines. I added muscadines as well because muscadines are native to my area. So I'm trying to be really native sensitive because I want to have success. And sometimes we try to grow things that don't necessarily grow in our areas. I am good for that. Just like the moringa, I killed one already, and I'm gonna see if I can do it again. I'm gonna keep trying until I figure it out. I also grow things like stevia, your own sweetener. If you're going to grow the food you eat, grow the things you love. You want to think about your fruit, you want to think about your vegetables, you want to think about your sweetener, and you want to think about your herbs. So that's fruit, veggies, sweetener, and herbs, okay? I have stevia, it comes back every year. I'll cover it up. It's right here. That's my stevia plant right there. Those are tomatoes that are towering there, covered by basil. This is also basil and pepper, basil and beans, and a few other things in there. This is right here. I'm growing my hibiscus in pots this year because I didn't want to take up space for them. Because they get really, really big. But the pots are 3 feet tall. So I think that that's a fairly good container, fairly good place to grow them. I have some citrus. I also have lemons and limes. I just bought 2 more limes today. 2 more. That's what I'm going to be adding a lot of because I don't have enough lemons and limes, but I do grow them. So they love the heat. So they're going to really thrive in this hot weather that we're planning to get. It plans to be a very hot summer here in 8A, um, drought in 8A. It's not forecast to be a lot of hurricanes this year, but there is, seems to be a lot of tropical storms that are going to be hitting our area. Some of the things, again, you want to always think about is water conservation. How are you conserving your water and how are you managing water? When you know these things, I study the water, I study the weather, I study God's word, I study what he says I should eat, and do I have everything that in my garden that I can use to eat the things he tells me to eat, right? Because God's food is whole, y'all. We have to eat whole food. That's it. That's going to be the thing that saves us. Imagine, imagine there's a drought. Imagine that there's low on water and you can walk out in your garden and grab a handful of berries. That's your water. That's your water. Grow berries, y'all. Keep growing them and learn how to keep them going all year. My goal, I'm growing in pots as well. I'm trying to keep them going all year. I'm gonna see what I got one pot. I'm gonna see if I can take it in the house. See if I can keep it growing all year. Mm. Or somewhere. My blueberries. One blueberry is going, I'm going to try it this year. I'm really going to try it to see if it works. But anyway, so I'm gonna get to planting. I need to definitely plant some eggplant. I need to plant some more okra, some more beans. Um, I have some squash. I haven't gotten any yet, or zucchini. I put them in pots. We're gonna see how they do. I don't know. The vine board is will leave you feeling depressed. You grow a beautiful plant, and then all of a sudden it comes through and it's gone the next day. So I think you best grow in our area. It's best to the zucchini and those things in August. In August, go ahead and get a round of them ready for all because that vine borer and that squash bug is so horrible. They will be finished laying eggs and all the things by then. You kind of have to watch your study your pests, but when do they lay? When are they here? When are they gone? When are they finished reproducing? You have to watch them. You have to study them. Anyway, today I got some beautiful tomatoes, some okra, some peppers, and some jalapenos, some banana peppers, jalapenos, and beans. That was my harvest today. And the berries don't stand a chance. I eat those while I'm walking. If I don't get them, my grandchildren gonna get them before I do. So I have to go get my handful because baby, they gonna wipe it clean for the day. But I told them when they leave, I'm gonna have so many berries because it's so many. There are so many bushes. So I'm thinking they're gonna all start turning ripening at the same time. But they take seem to be taking their time. So I'm super excited about that. Also going to be transplanting some of my lilies because I see many of them and they are hiding behind certain bushes. So I'm going to dig them up and bring them forward, doing a little bit of that because you definitely cannot see the flowers behind great big old fig trees. I got one that's almost 6 feet tall. It is 6 feet. Let me show you. Right back there, you see that? It's at the fence line. That is my oldest fig right there. If any of the rest of them along that border gets that tall, we're gonna have a whole wall of figs, and I will be okay with that. So that's all I have today, y'all. Just wanted to come in real quick, show my face, and let y'all know what's happening. And I will keep you all posted. I have been cleaning up the chicken area, the chicken run, really wrapping my mind around clean property. I like my property clean. I do not like clutter. I like to see what's happening on my landscape. I like cleanliness. I don't like trash and things. And if you don't take care of when you're building out a garden of this size, um, and if you don't take it can quickly get out of control if you are not on top of maintenance every single day. So that's what we're doing, beautifying as well as we are growing, beautifying along the way, and then just kind of, making assessments as to what could change, what should I change, right? Like I said, I'm gonna go get those lilies over there today. I got a place for them. We're gonna plant them in a pot. Well, I have some that are planted in pots. So I think I'm gonna take the ones that are planted in pots and go ahead and put them in the ground with the pot because I want them to stand tall. I don't want them to be deep in the ground. But I want to give them uh stand a chance from the voles because they come through and eat the roots of stuff. So we're going to leave them in the pots and we're going to let them meet the soil. So that's my plan. That is how I do it just to keep things safe, from the pests that actually live under the ground. And I know they're there because my ground is soft, so I know they just running through the ground, running all up through the ground. So that's what we're doing. It's been real, y'all. This is Dr. Eve. Remember this, y'all. Always remember that living well is a lifestyle that you get to cultivate. Get to cultivating that land, that windowsill, that balcony, that bag, that pot, one plant, one seed, one plot. We can all do this or do it in collective. Be in collective with others. Get you a little plot. Go work with your cooperative extension. And $25 a plot. I know here in this area, $25. And you'll have a growing spot for the entire year. So anyway, I hope this information does you well. Have the most amazing day in whatever you do. Don't let nobody get in the way of you building a lifestyle that you will be pleased with. And remember, living well is a lifestyle you get to cultivate. All right now, until next time.